Now, honorable senators, ladies and gentlemen, having dispensed with a pre-hearing meeting of the senators, which was a closed session, it is now time to commence the proceedings of the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the governor of Isiolo County. They are later dated the 27th of June 2025. The Speaker of Isiolo County Assembly informed the Speaker of the Senate that at a sitting of the Isiolo County Assembly held on Thursday, 26th of June 2025, the County Assembly of Isiolo approved a motion for removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the governor of Isiolo County. The Speaker of the County Assembly of Isiolo also forwarded the following documents to the Senate, being the record of proceedings of the County Assembly and the evidence adduced in support of the impeachment motion. 1. Copy of the approved notice of motion, the motion, dated the 17th of June 2025 and laid on the table of the Assembly on Wednesday, 18th of June 2025 morning sitting. Soft copy of the notice of motion and exhibits contained in the accompanying flash disk. 2. Copy of exhibits laid on the table of the Assembly on Wednesday, 18th of June 2025 morning sitting. Video exhibits contained in the accompanying flash disk. 3. Order papers for the Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 18th of June 2025 morning sitting and Thursday, the 26th of June 2025 afternoon sitting, and a soft copy of the order papers are contained in the accompanying flash disk. Certified Hansard reports for the Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 18th of June 2025 morning sitting and Thursday, 26th of June 2025 afternoon sitting. Soft copy of the Hansard reports are contained in the accompanying flash disk. Copy of a letter dated 19th of June 2025 notifying the governor of the notice of motion of removal from office by impeachment. A scanned copy of the letter is contained in the accompanying flash disk. Certified copy of a form for verification of signatures for members in support of the motion for removal of the Isiolo County Governor by impeachment, dated 26th of June 2025, made pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 65B. A scanned copy of the form is contained in the accompanying flash disk. Certified copy of the roll call vote on the motion of impeachment of the governor of Isiolo County held during the Assembly sitting of Thursday, 26th of June 2025. A soft copy of the scanned roll call vote is contained in the accompanying flash disk. A flash disk 32 GB contained video annexures evidencing the particulars alleged in the motion, as well as a voice adverts on the public participation on the motion run on various radio stations. Pictures and videos of various public participation forums held on Tuesday, 24th of June 2025 contained in the accompanying flash disk. Copy of a public participation report dated the 25th of June 2025 laid on the table of the Assembly on Thursday, 26th June 2025 afternoon sitting, and a scanned copy of the report is contained in the accompanying flash disk. Written/printed memoranda from the different wards and regions submitted to the County Assembly during the public participation exercise on the motion submitted both in support and against the motion. The memorandum includes submissions received via email, minutes, attendance registration sheets, and registration forms for memoranda of the public participation forum held on Tuesday, 24th of June 2025, contained in the accompanying flash disk. And finally, a soft copy of the second edition standing orders of the County Assembly of Isiolo contained in the accompanying flash disk. Honorable Senators, you may walk in and take your seats. Now, pursuant to Section 33(3)(b) of the County Governments Act and Standing Order 81A of the Senate Standing Orders, at a special sitting of the Senate held on Monday, 30th of June 2025, the charges against the Governor of Isiolo County, as contained in the motion of impeachment by the County Assembly of Isiolo, were read to the assembled Senate. Honorable Senators, as you are aware, the mandate of the Senate in relation to the proposed removal by impeachment of a county governor is provided under Article 181 of the Constitution, as read together with Section 33 of the County Governments Act 2012 and Standing Orders 80 of the Senate Standing Orders. In particular, Article 181 of the Constitution provides as follows. 1. A county governor may be removed from office on any of the following grounds. A. Gross violation of the Constitution or any other law. B. Where there are serious reasons for believing that the county governor has committed a crime under national or international law. C. Abuse of office or gross misconduct. Or D. Physical or mental incapacity to perform the functions of office of county governor. 2. Parliament shall enact legislation providing for the procedure for removal of a county governor on any of the grounds mentioned in Clause 1. Section 33 of the County Governments Act 2012, Senate Standing Order 80 and the third schedule to the Senate Standing Orders provide for the procedure to be followed in hearing and determination of the proposed removal from office by impeachment of a governor. Specifically, Section 33(3) and Standing Order 81B of the Senate provide that the Senate may either by resolution appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter or investigate the matter in plenary. Honorable Senators will recall that at a special sitting of the Senate held on Monday 30th of June 2025, the motion for the establishment of a special committee was deemed to have been withdrawn pursuant to Standing Order 70. This paved the way for default position, the hearing of the impeachment charges against the governor of Isiolo County to be held in plenary. Honorable Senators, by way of status update, pursuant to Rules 4A and 6 of the Rules of Procedure, when considering the proposed removal of a governor in plenary, the Senate invited the governor to appear and be represented before the Senate during its investigation. The Senate further invited the governor, if he so chooses, to appear before the Senate to file an answer to the charges with the office of the clerk of the Senate by 5 p.m. on Friday, 4th of July, 2025, setting out the following. 1. The governor's responses to the particulars of allegations. 2. The mode of appearance before the Senate, whether in person, by advocate, or in person and by advocate. 3. The names and addresses of the persons to be called as witnesses, if any, and witness statements containing a summary of the evidence to be presented by such witnesses before the Senate. And finally, any other evidence to be relied on. Pursuant to Rules 4B and 7 of the Rules of Procedure, when considering the proposed removal of a governor in plenary, the Senate notified the County Assembly of the date for the commencement of the investigation and invited the County Assembly to designate members of the County Assembly who shall appear and be represented before the Senate during the investigation. The County Assembly was further invited, if it so chooses to appear before the Senate, to file with the office of the Clerk of the Senate by 5 p.m. on Friday, 4th of July, 2025, documentation 1, designating the members of the County Assembly, being not more than 3 members, if any, who shall attend and represent the Assembly in the proceedings before the Senate. 2, indicating the mode of appearance before the Senate, whether in person, by advocate, or in person and by advocate. Number 3, indicating the names and addresses of the persons to be called as witnesses, if any, and witness statements containing a summary of the evidence to be presented by such witnesses before the Senate. And finally, specifying any other evidence to be relied on. On Friday, the 4th of July, 2025, the office of the Clerk of the Senate received response reference number TW/LIT/027/2025 and dated 4th of July 2025 to the invitation to appear issued to the governor from Messrs. Theuri Wesonga and company advocates, who indicated that the governor had appointed the firm to represent him in the hearing before the Senate and that the governor would also appear in person and by advocates. The letter also indicated the list of counsel representing the governor and the list of witnesses for the governor. Similarly, on the same day, the office of the Clerk of the Senate received a response reference number 1/CA/1-001/AB/25 and dated 4th of July 2025 to the invitation to appear issued to the County Assembly of Isiolo from Messrs. Alex and Boniface advocates, who indicated that the County Assembly of Isiolo had appointed the firm to represent the County Assembly in the hearing, and that the County Assembly would equally appear in person and by advocates. The letter also indicated the list of counsel representing the County Assembly and the list of witnesses for the County Assembly. Pursuant to Rule 8 of the Rules of Procedure, when considering the proposed removal of a governor in plenary, the Clerk of the Senate furnished each party with the documentation filed by the other party in accordance with Rule 6 and 7 of the Rules of Procedure. Honorable Senators, the hearing program, which has been appended to today's order paper, detailed the various activities in the hearing and determination of the matter and the time allocated to each activity. It will be crucial that all parties comply with the time allocated. The parties should keep track of the balance of time on each activity displayed through the digital clocks. In summary, the program states that today, Tuesday, the 8th of July, 2025, after we have dispensed with the preliminary matters, the charges against the governor shall be read. The governor will be given an opportunity to take a plea on each charge. This will be followed by an opening statement by the County Assembly and thereafter by the governor. After the conclusion of the opening statements, the presentation of the case of the County Assembly shall commence and shall not exceed 5 hours. At the sitting scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday, the 9th of July, 2025, honorable senators will be given an opportunity to ask questions or seek clarifications from the County Assembly. Thereafter, the governor will have an opportunity to present his case before the Senate. The presentation shall also not exceed 5 hours. Honorable senators will also be given an opportunity to ask questions or seek clarifications from the governor. At the sitting scheduled for Thursday, 10th of July, 2025, the closing statements by the parties will be made for a period not exceeding 1 hour each. The Senate shall then proceed to a debate prior to voting on each of the charges. At this stage, a supplementary order paper will be published to facilitate this debate. In accordance with Section 33(7) of the County Governments Act 2012 and Standing Order 86 of the Senate Standing Orders, the voting shall be by county delegations. The governor shall cease to hold office if a majority of the county delegations in the Senate vote to uphold any impeachment charge. If, however, the vote in the Senate fails to result in the removal of the governor, pursuant to Standing Order 87, the Speaker of the Senate shall notify the Speaker of the Isiolo County Assembly accordingly. Now, honorable senators, I now invite counsel for the County Assembly of Isiolo to introduce the legal team of the County Assembly and the members of the County Assembly of Isiolo representing the County Assembly by stating the full name and designation of each person. Counsel, you may proceed. Introductions only.